can Eddie Brock ever hope to survive without the symbiote that has protected and nurtured him for so long? Well, let's hop into the pages of Venom issue number 23 and find out together, shall we? So, picking up from where the last issue left off, Eddie Brock had literally cut off his own arm in an attempt to escape from Carnage, and I gotta say, that was really graphic, and it only gets more graphic this issue. We see Eddie very painfully try and tie off the wound with a piece of his bootlace, and then he almost does that thing where he gets a molten hot blade to cauterize the wound. That doesn't actually happen, though. But legitimately, I was on the edge of my seat thinking it was going to happen at any minute. Man, this book really does push some boundaries in terms of brutality, does it not? Why, the only way things could possibly get any worse for poor Eddie is if it started raining on the island. It then instantly starts raining on the island. Now, back on the mainland, we see what's become of Dylan, Eddie's son. As you'll recall, in the previous special one-shot issue, Dylan had been experimenting with a small piece of the Carnage symbiote that he picked up after their previous battle. You know, like all kids that age do. You drink a little stolen beer, you mess with some Carnage symbiotes. You know, we all grew up fine. Sleeper, Dylan's other symbiote protector, thinks he's absolutely crazy and that he should get rid of that thing before it corrupts him because, well, that's just not a normal piece of Carnage, that's a piece of Grendel, Null's dragon. The kid refuses to listen to him, though. Null has been haunting his dreams forever now and he just wants it to stop. Here's the interesting rub, though. Perhaps Dylan doesn't have to worry so much about the symbiote corrupting him because, well, it seems to be working the other way. If you'll recall, when Sleeper had tried to join with Dylan to protect him, he basically got booted out, and yet now it seems Dylan is able to straight up access the symbiote hive mind. This is good because it means Dylan may very well be able to offer the good guys an edge in the upcoming battle against Null, but also probably a bad thing too because this window into the hive mind is almost certainly a two-way mirror. What's surprising too is being connected to the hive mind means Dylan is also able to see through the Venom and Carnage symbiote as they stalk Eddie. Now, what exactly is Eddie's last-minute Hail Mary plan here to try and purge his suit of Carnage's corruption and get it back under control? Well, credit where credit is due. It's actually pretty clever. He crawls to the highest point on the island to a radio tower, and for a second you think, oh, well, he's definitely going to radio for help, right? He has Captain America on speed dial, but it's actually a little bit more than that. You see, all throughout the issue, Eddie's been talking about how he's not exactly a religious man, not exactly a prayer, not anymore. I think there's one very particular church scene we all remember from his history, but right now, he wants a very different sort of god to answer his prayers, the only god who was ever able to defeat Null, and that god, of course, would be Thor, god of thunder. Granted, it's a lightning bolt that gets delivered and splits the symbiote, but you know, same difference. Now, whether it was the residual blood loss of cutting off his own arm, getting struck by lightning, or hitting the ground not long after, Eddie ends up passing out before we realize which symbiote managed to reach him first. When he comes to, Captain America is already evacuating him from the island. Eddie wants to go back because he can't leave without the Venom suit, but Cap says, oh no, Eddie, we are nuking that whole island. You see, after that whole Carnage crisis there, Captain America has had it up to here with these monkey-fighting symbiotes on this Monday to Friday plane, and he's actually good on his word, nuking the island as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Venom issue number 23, everybody, and once again, I appreciate what Donny Cates is trying to do here, divorcing Eddie from his symbiote and actually letting him grow as a character and show that he is quite capable on his own without it. In fact, Eddie pushes himself that much harder, what with Dylan in the forefront of his mind. Now that Eddie actually has something to lose, he's willing to fight that much harder, don't you know? It's all good hero's journey stuff. That all being said, I wouldn't call this my favorite issue or even my favorite arc, but it's still pretty solid. I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again. Just wanted to take a moment to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, and if you're in the market for comic books right now, and I mean really, who isn't, you might want to check out my book depository link down in the description. It's no joke my favorite place to buy comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link, not only will you be getting yourself something nice, but you'll be helping out the channel a little bit while you do so. So, you win, I win, everybody wins, right? And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Bye-bye.